we're gonna have to deal with it because I am freezing. It's always cold down here. Even in the summertime, it's freezing down here because it gets colder, lower, heat rises. That's how it works. So yeah, let me make sure everything's okay here. Bring up the Discord group and all of the other pieces here. I'll tell you what, there's some buying opportunities today in some of the things that I'm looking at. There's been some buying opportunities basically for the last few days or month, really. Let me go live here. See who's in the live, how many people are here. All right. Let's see. There's 5 people here. 4 people here. What did I miss? Nothing. I just started the live. I just started it. So we'll give it some time for some people to come in here. And I know that I posted a couple of videos, so it might be a little bit for people to get any type of notification or to know that I'm live at all. So we'll just wait for some people to show up. And then we'll get into the live stream. Good morning, Bad Kitty. Thank you for watching on Twitch. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the like button as soon as you get in here. Let me go ahead and check some analytics. See what's happening with the previous burn video to see how much it did gain, because we're still doing something with that. I'm just not going to do too many burn videos because there's going to be a lot that needs to be kept track of. So yeah, it's currently at 30,000 views, and it's at $496. So the previous burn video is at $496.43. I did end up basically taking the $458. So whatever the difference is there, that's what will be burned off. Not today, but in the future. So if you haven't seen that burn video, here is the burn video that I created last night. It has 4,000 views so far. It has a decent amount of watch time, so people are watching it quite a bit. The engagement is 7 minutes, which is 3 minutes and 29 seconds more than usual. So seeing 7 minutes and 49 seconds is really good. That means that people are watching it more and more, which gets pushed out to more people. However, as I started to look into some more of the detail, understanding the audience, 64% of the people that are watching are subscribed. That means that it's not really going out to people that are not subscribed. However, I always want that number to be down, but I want the views to be up. So right now it's just not, it's not looking like it's the most, like the top performing video. Right, we need that to be the top performing video so that we can burn off Shiba Inu coin. So if you haven't checked this out, go ahead and find that on my page and watch it and share it with anybody that you can. I want to see it. If you can, tag me on Twitter when you share it. Tag me on Instagram, and also let me know what Reddit post you may put it on or wherever you put it, because I want to see that burn. So. Good morning. Present. Hey, good morning. Good morning. I watched over and over last night. Only had about 53 views at the time. It's gonna blow up. Well, I hope that it does, because I really want to burn off a lot of Shiba Inu coin. I'm not doing this, for me, right? I'm doing this for, well, partially for me, right? Because I'm in Shiba Inu and I want to be able to take my profit as time goes on. But I'm doing this for everybody. I want everybody to benefit from this, because what I could do is all of these, or this Shiba Inu video, if it blows up, what you could do is basically, a lot of people are saying, hey, why don't you just buy up Shiba Inu and hold all of it? Well, that only benefits me. Like, I don't want to just benefit me. I want to benefit, everybody. So if I'm burning off the coin, then it creates maybe more of a FOMO buying going up, because the circulating supply is going down. People see the price actually increasing, and we'll see more people get into it, which creates more holders. Currently, what we're looking at, I believe it's 1.1 million Shiba. So if I go into here and see what it is, so it's 1.15, so almost at 1.2 million Shiba holders. Remember, if we have 1,000, we have all these holders watch this video 1,000 times, it's 1 billion views. Now, I don't know if it will get 1 billion views. The way that it's performing, I don't think it will even surpass 100,000. So I'm just hoping that it does get pushed out and we can burn off a lot. You're the king. Well, thank you for saying that. I don't think I'm the king. You're obviously a king. Maybe put the two videos in a playlist so it's easy to find for people in the future, if you haven't already. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Put it in a playlist, in a public playlist. But the issue is that it's not getting traction from YouTube, and I'll confirm this when we do have more analytics, more data on the situation. But right now, it's showing that it's not getting pushed through YouTube, and it's mainly being pushed through the people that are sharing it, and people that are subscribed. Later, you remember that guy that says $1 is possible. Yeah. The only time they'll remember, they'll say, "Oh, you know what? I should have listened to this guy when he said $1 was possible 3 years ago. I could have gotten to this position, and it's now approaching that level." And that's. I don't like to sit here and rub it in people's faces. I just want people to understand that things can happen and things are possible. But it's up to them. It's totally up to them. I'm not going to invest for them, but it's totally up to them. It never hurts to put $200 on a position and wait 10 years and see what it ends up being. That's what a lot of people do. They're basically saying, oh, you know what? I'm going to gamble on Amazon, because I think Amazon's going to be pretty big in the future. And, they bought 100 shares, 200, 1,000 shares of Amazon at whatever price they bought it at, $9 or so. And now it's at 3,000. And it's like, okay. In that many years, I made definitely a lot of money just off of Amazon, and it's a long-term investment. So getting taxed less, we'll take it. So while I look at it and say, okay, I can make 36 million from Shiba Inu over time, no matter what, all of that is going to be long-term. So no matter what I make, it's going to be 20% tax, basically. What do you think the price will be at the end of 2022? I think we will be up in that range of probably sitting around 0.00006 or 7. The reason being is because I think we're going to lose a zero. And this is all dependent on if we have a smaller burn rate than a bigger burn rate, because a bigger burn rate would create more of a price increase. But just say that we have a smaller burn rate. Let's say it's only 5% that's burned off, or maybe even less than that. I would imagine it's going to be more than that. But let's say it's 5%. I can definitely see that we get up to the level of 0.00001, maybe 0.00012, right? And then we start to decrease down lower than 0.00001, right? Or 0.0001. That's what I meant. We're losing a zero is basically what I'm saying. We're going to lose a zero, and then we're going to regain that zero. And that's where it's going to finish at unless we have a decent size burn rate, which I definitely believe we will see something pretty big established in 2022. It's only the beginning of 2022, so all of the unknowns are kind of on the table, and we don't know what will actually happen there. So yeah, if we go to Shiba Inu right now and look at the price, it's currently at 2,700 or almost 2,800, which I think again is another great price to buy in, right? When you see it at a lower and lower price, dollar cost average down for at least me, until I get to the amount that I want to hold, right? I did burn off 10 million yesterday. So burning off 10 million in my burn video. So if you guys want to check that out, it's in the burn video. Burning off 10 million obviously brought my value or the amount that I'm holding from 60 million down to 50 million, but I want to hold over 120 million. And that will happen in due time. And as this continues to decrease, it creates more and more opportunity. I just hope it holds up for the time to where I have a decent amount of money available to buy. Right. So currently we're at $15.3 billion market cap, and the typical hold time is actually increasing. It's up to 64 days. So that's absolutely insane. I would love to see that continue to grow, and I think it will continue to grow. I think this is going to be a coin that has more typical hold time than Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think people are going to hold this for a very, very long time. Shiba Inu will go to $100. That's a little bit optimistic. I mean, let's start with the levels of, losing a zero, losing a second zero, getting to 1 penny, getting to 10 cents, getting to $1, like those areas before we can see that get up to those levels. I think you could be right. It's not impossible, and I would never say it's impossible, because you never know what could happen. They could all of a sudden decide that they want to buy up all the Shiba that's there and burn off as much as they can, or burn off 10% per month, or whatever they wanted to do. You never really know what could happen. And that's why it's so interesting. The unknown, yeah, you never know. The unknown is what is interesting to me, because if they somehow decide to burn off 99%, well, now we're sitting on a very low supply, which creates a very high price while all these people are holding. Now, understand that they physically cannot do that. They're not going to burn off 99%. In one shot, they would have to burn it off in sections, because what the burn rate would do is you burn off, let's say 30%, you would have people react to that to where the price actually increases quite a bit. People get into it. Those people that were holding sell off. And now it takes more money to buy, let's say if you wanted to buy 1 million, it takes more money to buy 1 million Shiba Inu at that new price. Well, now people are buying less because they're not buying to the amount of holding Shiba Inu, or holding 1 million Shiba Inu. They're buying to the amount of dollars that they're spending. So eventually we're going to get to a point where people are like, I only want to spend $1,000. Well, what does $1,000 get you at this price? It gets you a little bit less. So it's going to go in sections, and you're going to see that skyrocket, come back, skyrocket, come back, skyrocket, come back. And that's all based on the amount of burns that go through. But if you do one big burn, everybody's going to sell off at the top. So you're never going to have that. You're going to have multiple sections of burning coins. And that's why, it's great for people like me to burn coins, people like you to burn coins, and just have a consistent burn month over month, So that's why, again, I created this burn video. Okay, 33. I was going to say 33,000 views. That's not, it's 33,000 impressions. So we had 33,000 impressions, people that scrolled over the video, and 6.8% have clicked the video. So that's, sort of a low click-through rate. I would love to have like 10, 20%. So something's going on with maybe the thumbnail and the title, but I don't really know what else to title it. It's just not performing as well as I thought it would. But we're burning off Shiba Inu here. So if you want to share it, you want to send it to people, feel free to do so. Not a Doge fan, but this thing will skyrocket. Yeah, I can see it moving quite a bit. I'm new. Looks like you need a MetaMask account and a SushiSwap account to purchase Wrapped Memo or any coin that is not on the main markets. Yeah, I mean, for me, I ended up wrapping my memory, and the reason why I decided to wait was because I never knew what was going to happen. I always like to understand where the prices are, and if I'm going to wrap it, will the price drop more than what time is dropping? And it's true that wrapped Memo dropped more than what time has dropped, right? So from where I was. So it was like I think it was like an 18% versus like a 20% or something like that. And I decided to now wrap my Memo or memo, and I'm currently holding. Let's see, I go over here. Currently holding $577 worth. So my overall investment of $850 is now down quite a bit. Yeah, my now investment of uh, yeah, $850 is down to $577. So it's not really performing well as of late. You know, where it was when I was at 1,500, I was basically making some decent moves there. Um, and the amount that I made in profit was great, but this whole change in the system really isn't performing too well. But I am going to hold it for the rest of the time to see what it is. Remember, this is a whole test of, you know, holding Wonderland, Time Wonderland, and now it's not Time Wonderland, it's wrapped memory. So, yeah, I don't know what to think of it. But right now, the price of wrapped memory or wonderful memories is $56,118. Or no, sorry, $59,801. Hi, I just joined. Like to join, but don't know how. Don't you like to join as a member? It should be a link that there should be a join button that you'll be able to join. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Andy. I have an idea for a major burn. How about we start an organization where people donate money? We transfer it to SHIB and donate it to other countries and organizations in need for COVID relief, mental health supply, food supply, etc. I'll create a major burn and increase the popularity and demand. What do you think? I don't think it's a bad idea. Um, yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea at all. I mean, anything's a good idea. One that creates a burn rate, and two that can, uh, provide for people that are actually in need. I mean, um, and I just don't want to seem that, hey, you're talking about this thing and taking advantage of you know the growth there by making money, but then you're also able to provide for people that really need help um, in a way. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it would take a lot of effort um, and a lot of organization. So LRC rugging? No, LRC is not rugging. LRC is currently at $1.20. It has increased. Is it rug pulling? Is that what you're asking? If we look at let's look at LRC as a whole and see how many holders there actually are. How many people are in this position? So currently there's 120,000 holders of LRC. That's not that's not a crazy amount, right? There's there's a lot of people that support it, but it's showing 120,000 people that actually support LRC. And obviously, we can see that number grow as time goes on, as popularity grows. So, do we have any large holders? So Loopring Exchange, Binance. No, we really don't have any like super large holders. We have people that are holding what, 34,800,000. That's standard. You're gonna have people that own, 2%, 3%, people that hold a lot of coins. I mean, it's only $1. The value of it at that level would be $41 million, $41.8 million that they have in Loopring, which is absolutely crazy. But still, they're able to put it into an area like that and make some money, but there's no rug pull effect of it from what I'm understanding. I see it as especially at these lows, as more buying opportunities. It's just, I physically don't have, every time one of these comes around, when we see increases to certain things, I definitely have the ability to put money into areas, but I don't have the ability to buy at a lot of those lows because things are coming back, and usually it's happening in the middle of the month. I should find a way to predict this, that it's going to happen in the middle of the month, and basically save money until that point, and buy in then. How can I join your group to burn Shiba with you? You had mentioned before, if everyone contribute a certain amount, we can all burn together. So it's not to the point to where people are joining a group to burn Shiba, right? I'm not looking for you guys to spend any money, right? If people want to spend money and burn Shiba, we can do that, and we can have a donate to where plenty of people decide to donate to Shiba, whether it's $1 or whatever, and then we end up burning off that Shiba Inu, that Shiba Inu token. But the problem is that as the money comes to me, that money gets reported to taxes, so I would have to pay taxes on that, and I don't want to have to deal with that, because there's a lot of things that go in the background of you guys sending money to me to burn off Shiba, right? If I'm buying Shiba in my account and something happens to it or whatever, I have to pay taxes on the money that I've gained, and then whatever I decide to do with that money is a different story. So I don't know how the burn factors into taxes at all. Basically throwing away your money, or throwing away the money that you did gain. I don't really know, but I think that's a difficult thing to do, is have any type of donate. I would say that we can create more of a burn party to where people decide to send money and confirmations directly to the burn wallet. So rather than sending it to me, people send it to a burn wallet. That would be great. But what I'm trying to do is have people contribute their time. So if 1 million Shiba holders decide to watch my burn video here 1,000 times, that would be 1 billion views, which can contribute to about $10 million. And that's a lot of money that would be burned off, but it would also create a huge opportunity, a huge FOMO opportunity where people are buying. People know that the burn rate is happening, so people are going to buy before that burn happens. And I would make a big deal about it, to where I'm like, I'm burning $10 million worth of Shiba Inu on this date. $10 million worth of Shiba Inu on this date. So I would buy the Shiba Inu beforehand, watch it, and then tell people, hey, I'm burning it on this date, which should essentially increase the price. So it creates FOMO buying, which people do end up buying into it a lot. You see more and more holders. Then I burn off Shiba Inu, and you see maybe the price adjusts to where it increases, and then people decide to sell off some of their position. It's understandable. It happens as you do see increases. But I would make a big deal about it and say that we're burning off $10 million. Right? That would be phenomenal if we can have that understanding of how much will be burned, right? So it's all up to you guys. I mean, I create the video, and you guys spread the word. It's out there. So if you find this video, take it and share it with people, share it with Reddit community, share it with the Shiba Inu Reddit, subreddit, whatever. And we can find a way to burn off a ton of Shiba Inu. So yeah, let me leave it at that. Someone asked, what do I think of Floki Inu? I did talk about this in the past, but what do I think about it as you're sitting at what million, billion, trillion? You're looking at about 20 trillion. Did a lot get burned off here for Floki Inu? Let's check this. So the total that we had was million, billion, trillion. Or did some get added? Because what we're seeing is 10 trillion. Sorry, let me go back here. I'm a little confused. Let me take this away. Let me go back here. So we are looking at a total supply of about 10 trillion. Is that right? Million, billion, trillion. Yeah, 9.3 trillion. And total or max supply is 20 trillion. So why wouldn't they have that total supply or total max supply as 20 trillion instead of 10 trillion? I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Maybe some is burned off. You have a null address where you have 1 trillion there, 1.4 trillion there. So things are getting burned off. So, I mean, when I look at this coin, it definitely could have a strong case for it, right? The reason is because another dead wallet, it has a point to where people can burn off this coin with less coins than what Shiba Inu has. It just has less popularity. The amount of holders you have are 54,940 40 holders, which could create more and more movement. Currently at basically the prices where Shiba Inu was, you can buy a decent amount and hold on to it. Maybe let's say if you wanted to buy $100 worth, you would buy $100 worth and then let it sit there for a while to see what it ends up turning into. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad position. I think it has potential, but you have to understand everything about it. You know, the market cap, the circulating supply, just all of that there. So what are your thoughts on Elon Mars? So Elon Mars, is that Dogelon Mars? Or is that a different one? Because I have Dogelon Mars. And I talked about my thoughts on Dogelon Mars. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. But the thing that I deal with this is that you have a ton that can still be diluted, right? The max supply is still 100 or 1 quadrillion. So yes, the circulating supply is around 555 trillion. But you have a full dilution of basically the same amount, looking at about 50% of the total supply. And right now the market cap is sitting closer to that $1 billion mark. So does it have any type of potential? Yes. But is it something that scares the hell out of me when it comes to the overall max supply that's there? Yes, it does. So I need to basically see some confirmation. Now I do hold Elon. I do hold it. I hold 4 million. And the reason why I hold 4 million is because, again, you never know. But do I think that I'm going to put a crazy amount in there? No, I have $5 invested into Elon. And $5 could essentially turn into something huge if they decide to change things up, and you never really know. And that's why it's always great to take a situation and say, okay, what can this be? And this is what it could be, but what's the realistic expectation of it? So I think it has potential to throw a little bit in there for something bigger, but it's just not something that I'm looking at as where I'm putting in thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. I'll put in $5. Are you keeping both videos going, or you plan on getting rid of the one? No, I have both videos going. I will not make more because it will be hard to keep track of. But those are the two videos. The main video is going to be the one I just created, where you show exactly me burning off coins, and to show that it's not a game, like this is serious, that I really want to burn off these coins. We have 115 people here, guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We have 43 likes. Would love to get up to 100 likes. That would be phenomenal. What do you think of audio? I think I talked about audio before. And currently that's at $1.28. You can see the market cap is around that, almost around the halfway mark to a billion, and I consider a billion an average. Like that's the average where it goes from a billion to about 10 billion, where you start to see a lot of coins get to. At least you find, let's say, I don't really know the exact percentage, but it's got to be like 70 to 80% that get to that $1 billion market cap mark at least once, whether it does come back and fall short and stay low, or get very, very, very close to $1 billion, right? Like $900 million. There are a lot that get close to that level. And currently what you're looking at is about 1 billion coins. Now this shows that it has a lot of potential. That's a total supply. It has a lot of potential because right now there's 515 million, which creates a market cap right now of $661 million. It's even at 1.3, it still shows some potential to grow. Now let's look at some of the history. Some of the history shows that this has been up to a level of $3.15, $3.29, and even before that up to $4. And I would like to see it. I think right now it is at a lowish level, but it is stair stepping on the way down. So I would like to see maybe a level of about $1, maybe a little bit lower than that, sub $1, and then you can find a point to where you can invest into it and make a little bit of money out of it. But when we see a bull run, I think this could be one that takes off as long as they don't dilute with adding on coins. So you doubt it? You doubt what? Love the new burn video. I think it's the best so far. Great to see you burn it and show the ether scan. The last video seemed like you were talking to creators. This is talking to Shib Army. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I wanted to create something last time that would get the clicks, bring people in there. But I wanted to specifically talk to creators just to see if anybody was willing to create those burn videos and be, and you don't have to create multiple burn videos, just one, literally just one. Out of all the videos that they create, where they're getting hundreds of thousands of views per video that they post, it makes no sense for you not to support something like that, right? And maybe they don't know about it. Maybe a lot of the creators don't know about it and it didn't really get a ton of views. It got like 30,000 views, which I mean is still great. I mean, obviously it had $500 ish that we could burn off. But what I wanted from this was creators to understand, hey, I can make this burn video. It can run. It can make a lot of money, generate a lot of revenue, and we can use that revenue to burn off Shiba Inu. Why not? You let the Shiba Inu holders decide if they want to burn off Shiba Inu, right? And that's an easy way to do that, right? You have concerts that are being created. You have, games that are being created. You have music playlists to where you can burn Shiba Inu. Why not support it in the YouTube space and show that I'm not just talking about Shiba Inu and trying to game the system and, be that person that, just talks about Shiba Inu every day to gain a quick dollar. One, that YouTube is going to be my career. Obviously looking at my media business as more of a career, and, finances or financial talks and all that stuff. But I don't want to be that person that just talks about Shiba Inu and doesn't put forth effort to increase the value, How long do you think it will take AMC shorts to average 90%? Seems like at its increasing pace. Could be just a couple of months. Yeah, I think it could be for them to reach like 90%, the amount that they're actually shorting per day. I think they could reach it pretty soon. It seems like they're shorting it a hell of a lot. Now, yesterday wasn't really as bad as it was on Friday. If I go into chart exchange, let me actually bring this up over here. So chart exchange, and I go to stats. I go to, see this, let's bring this over here. So if I go over here and we go to the short volume, it's 62%. The average over the last 30 days has been 60%. How long will it take for them to get to an average of 90%? I don't know if they will. I think they'll cap out close to that level, but they're shorting this more and more every single day. And it's sad to see this happen because we can see it. It's like a person playing hide and seek and they're hiding behind the skinniest tree. It's like, we can see you. Like, I don't know what you think this is. So I don't know. I really don't know exactly when that will happen, but soon this is all going to freaking blow up in their face. And if they continue to short it and it gets down to $10, right, you'll drive people out of it because people that are scared that they're going to hit their original cost basis after getting up to $72, that makes no sense how you could push it down that low. But just understand what they did to, GME, right? Increasing GME all the way up to $500 and then decreasing down to about $46, right? That's a massive drop. They could do the same thing for AMC. Yes, AMC went from $20 down to $4, but that's only like going down, 75% versus going down from $72 down to $10 or $8 or whatever. You're losing a crazy percentage there. Sorry to crash the SHIB party, but I just wanted to mention BBIG is getting knocked down in the pre-market. Is it? I haven't checked out the markets yet. Well, I kind of did. I was looking at the stock market a little bit. But yeah, I expected it. I mean, you see a 27% return. A lot of times you're going to see something, you're going to see it pull back just a little bit. It's only pulling back 3%. I wouldn't say it's the end of the world. But it was great to be able to see a decent sized increase even over the after hours market, seeing it get up to, $5, $6. I know it passed your cost basis, right? Buying AMC heavy under $10, in at $32 at the moment. So I ended up buying 8 more shares. That's all I could really get because transferring money over to Webull takes forever. And usually by the time I do that, it ends up surpassing where I wanted to put money in at. And I think anything below 20 is really, really good. So seeing it at $18 and hovering around that level, I believe, what is it? It's like 1874. That's where the 200 EMA is. And again, this is exactly what I was talking about in my last couple of videos, is that we're going to see a decent sized bounce off of this 200 EMA unless they decide to short this more and more. If they continue to short this 70%, 80%, hell, 90%, then it's not going to be the best situation for the price. It'll be a good situation for us if you're holding long term, and also for some options plays. There's no way in hell that I'm not buying a ton of options plays for 2 years from now because I know what it will be. And that's what I will put things on. KRL, any input here? So right now, KRL, I'm looking for a, right now it's considering a more of a buy opportunity for me. If it goes below $1, then yes, definitely buy opportunity. And it just gets me an easier path to holding 10,000 coins. Because right now I'm holding 4,000 coins, and I might end up reassessing at 5,000 coins, but I will add to the position as time goes on. It's only at $1 and it shows so much potential for growth. So for me, at least, I'm looking at it as a positive. A lot of these, pull downs or these decreases, I'm looking at a positive. Gitcoin, waiting for that to make a move below $9. And then I'm definitely sold on that, buying into more of that. But then you also look at something like Krill at $1 and how it can show a ton of potential above 10, above 20, above 30. Looking at all of those figures, it can definitely increase quite a bit. Yes, it did. And I have a call option expiring next week for $7. So are you looking to get out of those positions at maybe a slightly positive? Did you end up pulling out of your position, or are you holding on to it to get a decent sized gain? Because I mean, a lot of people think BBIG is going to make a bigger move. Um, I'm not one of those people that has looked into it heavily, and it can, but again, you never know. Nice ratio, but we can do better, y'all. Yeah, definitely hit that like button. We have 129 viewers and we have 71 likes. So hit that like button if you can. I'm hoping the crypto bleed out ends soon. Down 48% on SHIB. Break even is 0.00005. Understand that where I'm coming from with SHIB is my SHIB is long term, right? I don't care what I'm down on SHIB right now, because essentially when things get burned off and prices start to hit other levels to where it holds at higher lows, it's going to be in the past, right? Everything that you had is going to be in the past. Everything that you've lost, quote unquote, lost, is going to be in the past, and it's going to be a gain. So that's why I'm looking at it as a long-term hold, and then you will be positive from here on out, or from that point to where you do see that burn rate and it gets to a higher low point, right? It can't really surpass that low point. So I'm going to continue to buy more SHIB. Currently, I'm holding 50.8 million, and I do plan on buying $600 more worth. I guess that will be somewhere around maybe 20 million that I will end up buying. So I'm okay with that. Morning, Matt. Is LRC dead? LRC is not dead. No. In my opinion, it's definitely not dead. It's at a low price, and there's a lot of things that are at a low price. So no, it's reacting based on the market in general, not based on just Loopring. And the reason why you're seeing maybe Loopring make a sort of a positive move as of late is because there's not as many holders. So there's less impact from institutional holders. When I look at that, I mean, I look at it at a low price here. I mean, anything below 150, buying opportunity. Below $1, buying opportunity. Where it was yesterday, it's definitely a buying opportunity, right? You could have saw a decent size increase there. If you wanted to buy, let's say 1,000, you could have saw a good increase if you were looking to day trade or swing trade cryptocurrency. So is LRC dead? No. Is LRC and GME not a thing anymore? I think the connection is still there, but it's just not as strong. The reason why the connection is still there is because they had a hypothetical connection at one point. They had a or theoretical connection, right? It wasn't a real connection, but people are still connecting it to it because it was in the same conversation as it. So it's always going to have that popularity for the people that were holding, GME, and or that still are holding GME. And now you can see a lot of those people get into it. And what you will see is the cryptocurrency holds weight in itself. So is it a thing, an actual thing? I don't know. And I would say I'm leaning more towards the side of no. But when it comes to just connection by, I guess I would say association, I would say yes, it's still there. I thought you wanted to hold 120 million. I do. Right now I don't have free money to do so because it's the middle of the month. So I have to wait until one, I get paid from YouTube, and two, all of my middle of the month bills get paid before I can actually take some of that money and put it into Shiba Inu. So yes, I want to hold a total of about $3,000, $3,000, a little over $3,000 worth, which would be 120 million. And I wanted to actually take a gain from maybe like a quick gain from Krill, and basically take some of that and put it into here, or a quick gain from something else and put it into put it into Shiba Inu. But that didn't play out because the markets are not really going in my favor or going in anybody's favor. But yeah, I'm waiting for money to clear in order to put it into there. And one, I really don't want to buy it on Coinbase because Coinbase will be a higher fee that I would end up paying. So if I wanted to buy another 1,000 or let's say $2,000 worth, wanted to buy another $2,000, which I definitely can, and I went to go preview the buy on here, it would be more of a fee. It would be a $76 fee, and I would end up gaining about 68 million when I could be gaining 70-ish million, right? Yeah, maybe even a little bit more than that by adding on that $76. So I will wait until I can move money to my other bank account, which goes through Coinbase Pro. So yeah. Are you listening to anything I just said? I literally was just responding to 120 million Shiba Inu coin. Yes, I want 120 million Shiba Inu. I just talked about it. And then I wondered if everybody deleted their message after you, but no, you just put it twice. So literally the whole entire conversation, you probably weren't listening. I hope that you were. Oh man. What are your thoughts on picking up more BSS? Copy that. Okay, perfect. What are your thoughts on picking up more BSGG token with Time Wonderland invested and airdropping tokens to everyone? BSGG token. What is that? I think Shiba Inu Dev should do a burn match at the end of the year to help their supporters who that is a freaking great idea. That is a phenomenal idea, by the way. That's why the community is the community, right? We create all of these ideas that can be really good, but do they get implemented? No, I don't think they will. A lot of the things that we talk about, they don't get implemented. Um, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Do they get implemented? I don't think they will, but that is a great idea to have a burn match. And they basically burn the amount that we burn off. So let's say regular holders end up burning off 2 trillion. They burn off 2 trillion, or we burn off 10 trillion. They burn off 10 trillion. That would be phenomenal, right? And then we'll start to see this really make moves as time goes on. But I don't know if that will happen. I think they're listening to the community, and I understand with being a person that's behind cryptocurrency, your value is set up, or I don't know how to put it. Your net worth is tied to what that cryptocurrency actually is and how much you hold in that cryptocurrency, right? So if you created the currency and you hold, let's say 10%, right? Your net worth is tied up in the value of that coin, right? And obviously you want it to succeed. You want it to remain popular. You don't want it to die and decrease in any way. So what they will do is understand how they can create or keep popularity throughout time. And I think a burn rate, a not a substantial burn rate, but a healthy burn rate would probably keep their value at the level that it's at, if not grow it, right? So I don't know. How much do you get for a 3-minute ad on YouTube? So typically it's different. You do get more if you watch the whole entire ad. However, I recommend, as you look at the ads and you have a 5-minute skip, just skip it after 5-second skip. Just skip it after 6 seconds, right? If you watch more than the 5 seconds, that generates some revenue, right? Usually people end up watching it. And if an ad plays, you generate some sort of revenue. But the more the ad plays, the more revenue that it generates, which most people, I just say, if it would be better if you just skipped the ads and watched all the ads that were there. So Let's say you go through the whole video, you get an ad around 3 minutes, you skip it after 6 seconds, you get an ad around six minutes into the video, or 7 or something, and you skip it after 5 seconds or 6 seconds, and you just keep doing that. Because no matter what, if the ad plays, it generates revenue, and it will generate the standard revenue that we get, which every 1,000 views, it would be around $10. So, and that's for finance videos. So that's why I'm trying to do this, because as a person that has a platform that talks about Shiba Inu, it would make sense for me to support this in a way to where I can burn off coins based on how much you guys want to watch. You guys don't have to watch the whole entire ad. You don't have to watch the whole entire thing there. I suggest watching the whole video so YouTube can push it and like the video and comment, engage, make sure there's a lot of engagement there. What do you think about AMC? When can it bounce off? I think next month we'll see a bounce off of the 200 EMA unless they decide to short it a hell of a lot. So I'm giving you money, not even watching the. Wait, I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm not even watching it, looping on my other PC. So you're giving me more money? No, you're not. By watching the whole ad, then yes, you're adding more revenue to the video by watching the whole entire ad. But it also, I think if you watch all of the ads, it generates just as much as if you're watching like a whole ad, you know. Do they short, and how? Do who short? If they short, like right now, what we're looking at with the amount of shorts that's going through for the day for standard, right? The average daily short volume is 59%. So looking at the last 30 days, the average is 59%. That means that they're shorting it more and more every day. If they consistently keep doing this, I don't think we will see that bounce anytime soon, but eventually we will see that. But I'm thinking, as I look at some technical analysis, which a lot of people think it doesn't matter, a bounce off the 200 EMA, I think is going to be something that happens. We have 152 people here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. I would love to get to over 100 likes, and we're only 6 away. Jeez. They short because they feel that they are right on the play, and they short, but being able to borrow shares. Yes, they do short because they feel like they're right on the play, but they're not right on the play. They know they're not right. They want to they want to do what they've done in the past in order to make sure that they're right. I'm sorry for all the coughing, but so I need to just clear my throat. We do have 100 likes. Thank you guys for getting me to that point. So yeah, currently my portfolio is looking like 22,685. Not too long ago, when Harvest Finance was up to 285, and Gitcoin went up to $29 or so, I was actually up to $29,000, almost $30,000. Actually surpassed $30,000 at one point in this account. Based on the holdings that I have now, but then you did see the crypto market start to really pull back, and that's really what happened. It just didn't really look great. All right, so it currently is 8:19. We have a while until the market actually opens, the stock market opens, but feel free to send your questions. So if I let the burn video play in the background every day, wouldn't that be like It is mining for Shiba Inu. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be just like that. You're basically creating Shiba Inu coin if you let it play um, every day. But I think there's a certain cap on how much you can watch a video. But I think as long as you're getting ads, no matter what, it's generating revenue. So there's a cap on like how many times you can watch a video a day and generate views. And I don't know how much that is, but I know there is a cap. Um, you can only loop a number of times. Well, it's no matter what, it's cool to loop it. I just suggest that everybody that's a Shiba Inu holder does their part. If every person watches it 1,000 times, and then it can create Jesus, Jesus, that's not too much. Uh, oh man, I don't know what happened there, but my voice just completely went out, and I don't know what's going on. Oh, but if everybody does their part and watches it 1,000 times, then we will see this hit levels that we wouldn't believe a finance video can hit. Yeah, I know. Oh man, that was too much. I watch it 3 times a day. That's good. It creates Jesus. Um, Holding 45 million worth of SHIB on Weeble, but I plan on to own at least 100 million later on 5 to 10 years from now, and I can retire from those gains alone. Yeah, see, I'm not really a big fan of holding things on like Weeble. I guess that's not bad because then if you see the overall like exchange of like say a Coinbase crash or something, you're never going to have that issue to where people steal your money, even though like Robinhood had that issue. I never heard of Weeble having that issue. So yeah, I think if you hold it for a long period of time, is what I'm planning on doing. And you obviously, if you have not seen my exit strategy video, apparently everybody likes my exit strategy video. There's a lot of people that are asking for my spreadsheet on what I plan on doing when it comes to certain prices and how much I plan on getting out of the position. Um, uh, so I don't know if I will make that available. I'll probably make it available to people on Patreon because that's, what they're there for, is to gain access to something before everybody else gains access to it. But yeah, again, I think if everybody watches this video 1,000 times and we have 1 million holders, we will generate 1 billion views. And if we can find a way to get this to the level, and I know it sounds ridiculous because we would need a ton of support and a ton of people pushing it, which you guys can push it if you want, to take the video and share it everywhere, because that video, if you want to share it to, let's say your Twitter, or share it directly with Shiba Inu, the Twitter account, spam them, spam and I understand spamming is not really good, but if we want to get something to grow, and it's not a scam at all, it's literally being as transparent as possible. Take the video and put it on the Reddit forum, put it somewhere where there's the millions of Shiba Inu holders that we have there, put it on Wall Street Bets, whatever, and let's try and burn this Shiba Inu coin. Again, I'm looking to burn as much as possible. And hopefully this video will do that. Let's see if we gain any more views in the last however many minutes. So 300 views in a matter of like an hour over the past 48 hours, which it's only been up for, I don't know, a few hours. It's gained 4,300 views. So let's continue to grow this thing. And you can watch it on 2x speed if you want to. That doesn't hurt. But let's burn off Shiba Inu. Right now it's performing under expectation, under the typical amount. The typical amount right now would have been 5,100 views, and it's currently at 4,300 views. So let's skyrocket this thing. Let's see where my One thing that I do want to take money out of is Algorand. Holding about $2,700 worth and seeing how it is pulling back. A lot of things are pulling back, but I want to see Algorand get up to that at least 175 mark. And then I can pull some out to put into Shiba Inu, because I do want to take the money out of here. I understand it is gaining an APY, and I'm happy with the APY that I'm gaining daily. It's just, I think that it would be a great addition to be able to, instead of putting more money from my bank account into there, I would rather just take the money from Coinbase and transfer it over to Coinbase Pro. And it would be very, very quick to where I could do that. And we'll see how that plays out. Always salute to your channel, and greetings from South Africa. Well, thank you for watching. And, you know, I appreciate everybody being here from all around the world. You know, it's crazy to say that if I go to a place, there may be a chance that I know somebody there. When we sell Shiba, what happens to it? Does it automatically burn? No, it doesn't. If you sell Shiba, then it just goes out into the full supply of coins. Basically, it's either somebody else is buying it at that moment, or it's just going back to like the original like wallet address as you do sell it. So it's not being burned off unless you send it to the burn wallet. There's no automatic burn rate based on selling. If there was, then we would have seen a lot of this decrease, because there's a ton of people that are selling certain portions of it. Are you telling me that if you generate $10 million of revenue on that burn video, that you will burn off 10 million instead of taking that money and pocket it? I won't burn off 10 million, because I want to be honest with you guys. Taxes come into play. If I make $10 million off of a video, I will make $10 million off of that video in a year. It's not considered an investment. It's considered ordinary income. So I would have to take a certain portion of it. I would have to basically take half of it and put it towards taxes, state, local, federal taxes, and just have enough so that I don't have to pay millions. Because if there is any error on millions of dollars, then there will be an issue there to where I don't have the money to cover all of those taxes. So if we generate $10 million in revenue, only 5 million will be burned. But yes, I will essentially burn off everything that I'm able to burn with that video. So I don't need to pocket that money, because it's better for me to generate something for everyone rather than for me thinking for myself. That's not my money. The reason why it got to those level of views is because people believed in how much will be burned off. I will not be that person. I'm never going to be that person. I'm not a scammy person. I'm not a shady person. I am a very transparent person. I show people my positions. I show people how much money I made on YouTube. I show a lot of people basically everything besides like my long-term investments over here. That's the only thing I really don't show, because it holds things in my daughter's, both of my daughter's financial, or my 529 accounts, 501, 401ks, Roth IRAs, like all of that stuff, which sits over there. And that's everybody's stuff that goes into that account. So I don't want to show everything that is not only related to me, but also the rest of my family. I keep them out of it. But I will burn it. You can trust me 100% that I will burn everything that I possibly can burn there. And I'm telling you exactly what will happen. I will split it in half. For the smaller amounts, like you saw, 60% of it went towards it. But when it gets to the bigger amounts, there can be no error, because if there is an error and I owe more than what I end up having to pay taxes, then that ends up being millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars that I have to pay towards taxes that's going to come out of my pocket, rather than coming from the burn video there. So trust me, I'm very honest. I'm not a person that will ever do that. Greetings from the Netherlands. I trust Matt to burn it. Yeah, thank you. I will burn it. It costs $5 million in taxes if you make 10 million in profit. So when you own a business, you pay the employer and the employee portion. So technically it's like 39% for federal, and then you would have like 3% for state, and then you would have a portion for local. But as you get up into the millions, you start to have you want to have a buffer, like some sort of a buffer. So I would say 6% or 5% of that overall should probably be a buffer just in case something does happen. You know, I don't want to have an issue to where I have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars over in taxes and am not able to pay it. You know, I would have to take out of my investments or take out of my long-term investments there in order to do so. And I don't want to have to do that. So I'd rather you not pay anything, me not pay anything, and we just burn off whatever Shiba Inu we can burn. So again, whatever it gets to, I will burn it. You saw it in the video that I burned what was in the previous video. And we're going to continue to assess every single or both burn videos that we have. Look at him. It looks like a teddy bear. He can be trusted. I look like a teddy bear? I don't, you're trying to say I'm overweight here, man? Or is this like a nice physically fit teddy bear? Is that what we're going with? I feel like I'm physically fit, you know? I've been working out a little bit more lately, had a little bit more time, so I'm able to do it. You're an honest dude, mate. This is the first time I've ever been able to catch you live. I'll put the burn video on repeat every day this week while I'm on my lunch break. That's about 8 views a day. Well, that's great. I appreciate that so much, and I appreciate you saying that. All of the thank you for the super chat, by the way, but all of the kind words, I really appreciate that a lot. And I think what matters more than you just playing it as many times as you can, like I want you guys to do your part and basically like 100 to 1,000 times, watch it as many times as you want to. If you do your part, then it's great. But what matters more is being able to share that video with communities and understand that your one share may be that one thing that pushes it over the edge, right? If you have 100 people that share it to the Reddit forum, Shiba Inu Reddit forum, and you know, they don't see any of the posts, but then they see your post and they start to blow this up and upvote it and show that we're going to burn off Shiba Inu with those, with this video, then that can be something that, you know, just turns things around. And all of a sudden now we see thousands of views that are happening per hour, right? Tens of thousands of views that are happening per hour. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see out of this overall situation here, is for people to share it as much as you can, because that's what the community is all about. You can watch it and create ad revenue, but you sharing it to a forum, maybe you don't want to share it to Facebook. I understand that's family and friends. I wouldn't do that either. But sharing it to some place like, you know, tweeting out something and then, you know, hashtag ShibBurn, or, you know, whatever the hashtag ends up being. I don't really know what will start trending, but we hope that we can get this to trend with thousands of people, 28,000, 30,000 people, and have other creators either create a video or talk about this video, right? If you want to, you know, talk to other Shiba Inu creators, let's see who else talks about Shiba Inu. I'll type in Shiba Inu burn and see who talks about it. Let's see, let's go here and we're going to look at Shiba Inu burn and we'll see who talks about it, who we can go down the list and just say something to, right? Maybe Clay Bro, he talks about Shiba Inu all the time. Someone mentioned in his live streams, I think he live streams every day. Someone mentioned in his live stream, hey, you know, this is a burn video that's going to burn off hopefully millions of dollars of Shiba Inu in a year, right? So like find a way to share it with his community and maybe his live stream so that we can get the word out. Share it with this guy, Zach Humphreys, whoever that is. I haven't seen his videos ever, but share it with him if he's talking about Shiba Inu. Who else talks about Shiba Inu? I talk about Shiba Inu. Share it with me, right? No, share it with as many people as you can that's in the community. I think Keenan Grace is one that's in. Yeah, he talks about Shiba Inu. So find a way to share it with him. Just share it with as many people as you can so we can burn off, hopefully hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars of Shiba. Your pop is a big Shiba Inu. Well, share it with him too. Taxes are a motherfucker. Yeah, they are. So yeah, find creators that can either push this video or create something of their own, right? If they create a Shiba Inu burn video, I will support their Shiba Inu burn video as well as my Shiba Inu burn video, because it's about the burn. It's about that rather than it's about you just gaining views or anything from it. I care about the community, and if we can find a way to collectively burn off, $100 million worth of Shiba through the creators, I think that will be huge. I don't know any of these people. Well, I don't think you have to. Just go into their lives and say, hey, look, there's a burn video on YouTube. I know you can't send a link, but maybe they have a Twitter that you can share with their Twitter. Tag everybody that's a Shiba Inu holder. I got a YouTube channel. If you want, I can refer people to you. But my channel is small. Yeah, I mean, it depends what you talk about. It doesn't matter I guess it doesn't matter what you talk about on your channel. It only matters like how much you can bring into the community, whether it's a new person in the community or give somebody that's already in the community an understanding that there is a way that we can increase this price by decreasing the supply. So I'm going to say that it's totally up to you guys. Do you know if SHIB search is a scam? I don't know what SHIB search is. The downtrend has continued over a month. Where's the push? Why do we see no results from burns thus far? Because the issue is that the amount that we're burning off, I think this is not it. The amount that we're burning off, I'm in Floki twice. Why? Is in the millions, right? We're not burning off like a crazy amount. I think the most that we burned off was like 150 billion. So if I go to Shiba Inu, let's see, if I go to Shiba Inu and we go into the address here and we see the total max supply of 100 quadrillion, and you see the total holders, and you go here and you look at the amount that's burned off. Remember, 410 trillion were burned off in the beginning, right? And then we just recently started getting like a lot of hype around burning. So 258 billion has been burned off since we saw 410 trillion being burned off there. So that's a lot, right? But it's not enough. We need to burn 150 billion per day in order to get to a level to where I think it's 150 billion per day. Yeah, 150 billion per day in order to get to a level to where we can actually see trillions that are burned off, in a matter of weeks. Right? So it's tough to see it, because if we go in this address, people are burning off, every 4 hours, you see somebody burning off 1 million, 5 hours, 1.2, it got all the way down to literally 15 hours ago. You still have on the list my 9.65 million that I just burned off. Wait, let me see if you guys can see it, because I'm covering it right now with my head and my picture here. But up here, 9.65 million is what I burned off 15 hours ago. So again, and I know I burned it off a little bit earlier than when I posted the video, because I had to create the video and then edit the video and all that stuff. But I burned off 9.65 million, and people are burning off millions as we go along, which is mainly only like $100. So they're taking $100 and burning off that. But I want to burn off way more, right? You don't really see many people burning off that much, but you have me. I burned off a total. If I go to my my account and see how much I've burned off, right? I guess that's not it. Let's go to Shiba Inu, and then we'll go to withdrawals. You see the amount that I've burned off. I burned off a total of, what is that, 1.6? So 11, or yeah, 11, 12, almost 13 million Shiba Inu that I've burned off myself, while you have other people that are burning. And it's not myself, because most of them came from burn videos. This one came from me, and this one came from a burn video, and this one came from a burn video. So let's see if we can burn off more with the next couple of videos here. So if we go back to the wallet, we're only burning off millions. So every day, let's say in the last day, we've burned off, let me see, what's the last day? Let's go with this, right? Let's copy this into Excel. And let's just highlight and see how much has been burned off. So in the last day, we've burned off 21 million, 21.6 million. Now it sounds like a lot. You're burning off 21.6 million in the last day, but that's not enough, right? Burning off 21.6 million, if you multiply that by, let's actually do a sum equals sum, everything in this column, 21.6 million, and you multiply that, I probably can do this simple math in my head, but I'm not. You multiply that by 7, and you're getting 151 million that you're burning off in a matter of a week. So in order to burn off 1 billion there, you need to basically multiply that by 6, whoops, equals, it might be a little bit too less. Come on, multiply it by 7. Multiply it by 7, and you'll get basically 1 billion that you're burning off. So in order to get to 1 billion, you needed 7 weeks in order to actually see that burn off, if that makes sense. So that's not enough. And that's burning off 1 billion, and you still have 999 billion to go in order to burn off 1 trillion. So it's taking a while to actually burn off some, because we're not burning at a high enough rate. But as more burn opportunities come, more of a burn rate comes, and we'll see more that actually decreases. Did your burn do anything to the price at all? No, my burn didn't really do anything to the price at all. I burned off 9.65 million, and no, it won't do anything to the price, because it's a very low amount. The percentage based on the total amount that's there, if we look at that, so let's say 9.65, that's probably not that much. Actually, sometimes I get lost in the zeros. So 9.65 divided by the 589 trillion. Remember, this is millions. We're looking at a way less than 1%, right? I don't even have enough. Yeah, it's 0.0000164% of the total max supply. So it's not enough, right? Even if we burn billions, it's still a very small percentage. In order to create an impact, you would need to at least see 1% of that supply. So actually taking that and going, okay, what's 1% of 559 trillion? And you would get 5.8 trillion. That's what 1% is. So that's where you would need to see a decent size impact. So if we actually get this burn video, let's say to 1 billion views, and burn off, let's say $10 million, that will actually create a decent size impact, but it still won't be enough to actually create a massive impact to it. What will be enough is the amount of FOMO buying that goes on when it comes to me just announcing that I'm burning off $10 million worth of Shiba. the announcement that comes with that and the amount of people that buy Shiba Inu because of that burn that's coming is going to be something that creates more and more holders, which essentially will create more and more people to watch these burn videos and to rewatch those burn videos, right? The more traction that video gets, the more people that will go into Shiba Inu, which will create more people that watch the video, which creates more of a burn, which also creates more people that watch the video. So it's going to be a effect, just a circle of life effect in this overall situation. And I think it could be absolutely huge. When's the next burn party? I would like to contribute to something in SHIB burns. I don't know when the actual burn party, is. How do we burn SHIB on an exchange? So if you currently have this address, you just want to send the amount of SHIB that you want to send to this address, which is the dead wallet, and you got to make sure it's the right address. So when you go into, let's start this over. So if you go into Shiba Inu on CoinMarketCap, you go into the address right here, not over here. You go into the address over here, and you're going to see the amount of SHIB holders up here. You're going to see Shiba Inu up top. What you want to go to is holders down here. And then you're going to see the largest holder is a null address, which is a dead wallet, right? Then you click on that address, right? That's not going to copy it. You click on that address and it's going to show you the address name right here. So here it has dead 000000000, and you just copy that address and then send it to that address. And then once you send it, it'll go through its processing and everything like that. And then it'll show up here as going from your address to this address. So I have 9.65 million that I sent over to Shiba Inu, or to the dead wallet. That's how you do it. But again, I don't want anybody to spend their own money. I'd rather them spend their time doing it. And we can actually see everybody support the one area, the one video. And I hate to continue to push this video, but I think we could see massive burns at that burn party, wherever that burn party is. Mention the fact that we have these different methods of burning in some form or fashion. $5.8 trillion is a lot of views. Yeah, 5.8 trillion is a lot of views. $5.8 trillion in order to, or trillion coins. In order to burn off 5.8 trillion coins, you would need, I think, about you would need $200 million that you're burning off in order to get to about 5 trillion coins that you are burning off. Yeah, in order to get to 5.8 trillion coins, you would need to basically reach $100 million to burn off, which is crazy, but it can happen. What will the price of Shiba Inu after listed on Robinhood, do you think? I think we'll see a decent sized pump after a list on Robinhood, but it won't be something that takes it to a level of taking out a zero, right? I think we'll see it increase to previous levels, maybe up to the level of like 0.00006 or 7, but then we'll see a little bit of a decrease after that pump, right? And it can definitely hold some of those levels, and it can increase to losing a zero. And if it does lose a zero right now, that would still only be a $50 billion market cap, which is not crazy. But I do see it getting up to those levels. Now, when we have a massive increase in the crypto market, then I believe we will lose a zero based on the influx of buyers into the crypto space. He's not seeing it, Devin. And Jay's right. You are high key and OG. Well, thank you. Matt, a lot of these guys know and respect you. If you reach out to, they could rally the troops instantly. Yes, but I also want to make sure that the community around them shows their support. So not only just me reaching out, and I can reach out to people. It's not a problem. But I want to make sure the community around respects what I'm doing and understands that this is more than just a YouTuber or another person that hasn't collaborated with any of these people. Basically has an idea that could be pretty big, right? And I don't only want you guys to do that for the sake of them, pushing this video. I want them to create their own, right? And create some sort of massive jump with it, massive opportunity with Shiba Inu. So you're probably right. I can reach out to some of these people. I will see where Clay Bros Live is. I think he'll probably have one soon. So when I get off live, I'll reach out to him and see what he has to say about it. That's probably not a bad idea. But I do want you guys to show your support in a way. As soon as he goes live, I will say something about it. And I think it could be pretty big to say that we're looking to burn off $10 million worth, but understand that a lot has to go to taxes. She was down like 70%. When will the bleed out for both stock and crypto market end? That's tough to say. I'm hopeful that we'll see this by the end of first quarter. We'll start to see a little bit of a level off, and then we'll see somewhere in the second quarter actually seeing a decent size increase and starting to get back to normal levels of what we expected. You're right. Only massive burns can help us reach a penny easy. Matt, can you legally coordinate, unite funny SHIB together? What? Are you asking if I can legally, you guys burning? You're asking if I can legally basically bring a lot of people together in order to burn SHIB, in order to bring a price up? I believe so. I can tell you what I'm going to do is burn off Shiba Inu coin and let you guys know when I'm going to burn off Shiba Inu coin. And I don't think there's anything illegal about it. Because there's one, I don't think crypto is not as regulated, it's starting to get more regulated, but I don't think there's any legal issues. I will consult somebody, but I don't think there's any legal issues if things start to really get massive. Because it's the same way for people like creating burn parties or burning off SHIB based on ticket sales and all that stuff. It's not something that is illegal, right? The point of this is to burn off SHIB and increase a value for everybody else. So I'm pretty sure I will consult somebody as the video does blow up. If it does, if it doesn't, then oh well. I will still support SHIB, but it's something to where it's like, hey, if people don't see this as an opportunity to burn off more and more SHIB, then I don't know what else to do, you know? Koval is down 99%. Jesus. Is that the cryptocurrency? It shouldn't be legal. Crypto ain't regulated. Yeah, we all support you, bro. I was just wondering if that would be considered market manipulation. I don't think so. I mean, if what's going on with, I think the crypto market is definitely different than how we look at the stock market. And especially since there's a lot of different methods on doing that. Now, if this becomes one of the biggest burns that we could possibly see, then I will definitely consult somebody just so that I know what's going on with the overall situation and how I can remain, maybe out of any type of legal trouble or potential legal trouble, So do you think the devs will burn coins like for like 4 years, or do you think it's just because isn't enough to burn a supply? So I think the devs will burn coins because they're looking to burn a decent amount of coins, right? From what I saw, to enter the metaverse, and basically, I think they will to remain relevant. I think it makes sense for them to do that, right? You can't keep popularity forever. Unless you decided to implement some sort of burn rate within 10 years, you can have, $10 million, and it's guaranteed because they show that it's a 30% burn rate per year or something like that, right? I think that they will eventually do something dev related and just burn off coins, but it's going to be more towards the amount of people that are burning off the coins by different ways. They're going to create different ways that people can, whether play games and, purchase things that you can burn off the coins that you end up spending, or, whatever. There's just a ton of ways that you can find ways to burn things. Like a burn match somebody mentioned. I feel like that's a great idea. If we burn 5 trillion, they burn 5 trillion, and we're off to the races here, So it's tough to say. If you buy and burn, isn't that considered a loss? Why paying taxes on a loss? So if I buy, and I don't know the tax implications of burning, but all I know is if I make the money, it's considered an ordinary income. So I'm gathering the income from the YouTube videos. The taxes come from there. It's not based on the burn that you have there. So if I'm burning off half, no matter what, I'm still making $10 million from it. So say over here you make $10 million from your business, right? You have to pay taxes on that money at the end of the year or whenever you choose to, right? And what you're going to do with that $10 million, or let's say a portion of it, is you're going to put it into an investment. If that investment gains money, you pay taxes on the gains, not on the money that you invested. So if I buy Shiba, that's my money that I invested, and I'm actually burning it off. You can consider that a loss, but that's going to come off like $5,000 is going to come off on your taxes, which is, it's like nothing compared to how much you actually burned off. So the taxes are coming from the gain from the video, not from the actual investment. Hey, Matt, can you start doing background music? Regular instrumentals would be dope. Yeah, I mean, I have my brother's music that I can play in the background, but I just don't ever do it because I feel like I don't like to keep my desktop audio on when it comes to doing live streams and all that stuff. Just because if I keep my desktop audio on, then I could have a video that's playing in the background and I would never know it, and it's on like mute or something. For me, it's on mute, but it might not be on mute for you. So I always watch YouTube videos and I'm reacting to things. So yeah, I didn't get a notification. Oh, well, that sucks. I figured people didn't get notifications. If I looked at my analytics on the burn video, it shows like a lot of people that are subscribed, but there's not a lot of people that got notifications from it. 18% of the views, I think, got notifications. Stay around 10% returns. Parking, what? You're late, man. Have you put anything into BNB on Trust Wallet and staked it? Seems to stay around 10% returns. I haven't done that. I do have, I do consistently buy BNB in order to buy other coins that are on PancakeSwap that I want to just hold on to for a while and see what they end up being in a few years. But that's the extent of it. I don't ever really hold BNB that much. Sometimes I held BNB probably for, I don't know, 3 months, kind of by accident because I had nothing to buy. Have you checked out the new advanced trading platform in regular Coinbase? Yes, but you still have to pay the fees on regular Coinbase. So why would you do that? I don't, I did check it out and I was like, oh, this is interesting, but I'd rather do it in Coinbase Pro. Why even do that if you have Coinbase Pro? Are they looking to get rid of Coinbase Pro and just have people pay a ton of fees? Because if that's the case, then I'll move platforms. King sent a notification to everyone in Discord. Turn your volume up. Turn my volume up? Oh, I sent a notification to everyone in Discord. Okay. Man, Shiba ain't moving. I know it's not gonna move right now. It's like I don't expect it to move anytime soon. I would love, like I said in the past, I would love for this to decrease in price so I can add more and get to the level that I want to hold before I decide, you know, hey, this is it. This is all I want to hold. I'm not buying any more and I'm sitting on it. Right? I suppose all Shiba Inu holders burn 50% of their holdings. Will that increase the market cap value of SHIB? Or just a token price. So let's say that let's go through maybe a scenario, right? We have 1.1. Let's type in holders here. Holders. We have 1.1 million holders. 1.1 million holders, right? And let's say that each person is holding an average of, I don't know, I would say, what, 1,000 coins, or sorry, $1,000, $1,000 worth at the current price. So dollars, oh, $1,000 worth, right? And just at whatever the current price is, which is 0.00002782, right? Current price. Boom. So the value that they would be holding, right, per the coins. So I would take this, I would take the dollar amount and divide it by the amount of the current price and then multiply that by the current holders. So that would equal to 39.5 trillion coins. 39.5 trillion coins. If we decide to, what did you say, $100, 50% of their investment. So let's say it's just 50% overall. If we decided to burn 50% of this investment, multiply by 50%, right? That would be a $19.7 trillion decrease in the amount, right? That would be a pretty substantial burn, which would increase the price quite a bit, right? Now, will that be a crazy long-term effect? I don't think so. And will a lot of people benefit out of that? Probably a slight bit, but will they benefit enough to where, let's say they had $1,000, they just threw away $500. Will they benefit enough in the short term for that? I would say probably not, right? So I wouldn't say that you sit here and spend all of your money burning off coins when you know that there's free ways to do it. You know, like my video, that's a free way to do it. There's, listening to music, that's a free way to do it. Maybe there's, I know burn parties, if it's basically spending money in order to do it. But there are free ways to do it rather than you spending your own money to do it. And who knows what the developers are going to do. So that may be a combination to where you have 19.7 trillion plus the developer burn, or you just have whatever we burn off via free ways to burn money, burn Shiba Inu. And then you have the developer burn as well. So I think right now we still don't know what the developer burn is. So we don't need to spend all of our money on burning Shiba Inu coin. because right now, the reason why the price isn't like skyrocketing and going through the roof with the amount of holders that we have is because we're still only holding, if I divide the, let's say the current amount of SHIB that we would have based on this calculation by the total amount that's there, we're still only holding 6% or 7% of the total supply. 7% of the total supply. So as you can see here, this is the amount of let's type that in, amount of SHIB, right? Amount of total Shiba Inu, and this is how much would be the 50% burn. So 19.7 million. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yes, you can. 19.7 trillion, which is only 7% of the total max supply. So that's the reason why we're not seeing that absolutely move. The people that are holding onto it for a long time, but there's not enough percentage that are holding the position. We need millions of people that are holding this, not just 1 million. We need 10 million people that are holding it. I posted a screenshot of what the fee is. I was going to, I think we're going to be red like until March. Load up, not financial advice. 35,100 or 35,182 SHIB, I guess. Shiba ain't moving, but DWAC is. Whatever you can make money from. Don't spam. You are spamming. There you go. That's not good. I don't like that. All right, so we have 145 people here. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that haven't hit the like button, so please hit that like button. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And again, if you guys want to, check out my Profit Apparel store, feel free to do so. Yeah, he was acting up. So yeah, if you want to check out my Profit Apparel store, it's profitapparel.com, and you can get yourself a Not Financial Advice t-shirt or Not Financial Advice sweater, which I have coming soon. And then I also have some other designs there that you guys might like. Had a couple of orders recently, so thank you to whoever ordered. What will happen if all the coins are burned and the 40 trillion is added? If all the coins are burned and 40 trillion is added, then it will be an issue to where developers just wanted to gain something, and it's going to be added for them to burn it off, or for them not to burn it off, for them to sell the price or sell the their holdings. So it won't be good, but in the end, it will just create more and more of a burn. That's why at certain levels, I plan on taking some profit, because I understand that there's still 40 trillion that could be burned off. And whether they end up adding that 40 trillion at 0.0001 or they add it at 1 cent, I know that there's levels that I plan on taking profit. And if I'm going to take profit, I'm not saying that I'm going to take all my profit. I'm waiting for the overall picture to happen, and nothing is going to be as clear line, like as a straight line as what people think it's going to be. Like, it's not going to be to where we have 449 trillion and that 40 trillion does not get added. I think at some point it is. And if it gets added earlier, then great, because then we understand exactly how much we need to burn off. And if it gets added when we get down to a level of 10 trillion or 1 trillion, then that starts to get dicey, right? I would love if they decided to do that, because then it creates more of a buying opportunity, right? For some people, as you do see that go. Now, it's definitely unknown whether I will make a move like that. Like, say if it gets to 1 penny and they add the 40 trillion dollars or 40 trillion supply, and then it goes back down to a price of 0.0001 or 0.0005 or something. Yeah, I think that's an opportunity to add some. So I probably will take some of the money that I gained, some of it, and add it into the position for more coins to see that run, right? So it all depends. But either way, I'm going to be taking profit throughout so that I know that I gain profit and I can put it elsewhere. And then when they add the 40 trillion coins, it's not as bad, and I can hold on to what I'm having and not just take the 120 million coins and hold on to that for the lifetime. I'm probably going to hold on to at least 20 million for the lifetime of things, but then take profit on the way that we do see it run. And you saw my exit plan. I think I can definitely see $36 million worth, and I will play it out to that plan unless we see an absolute skyrocket and things happen overnight and I miss an opportunity. Then that won't really play out the right way. Matt got him before I did. Yeah, it was too much. All SHIB tokens are in circulation. Developer can't burn SHIB tokens. It was a fair launch, and they sent half to, which put half in Uniswap. What do you mean developers can't burn tokens? Matt got him before. Oh, I read that. SHIB will be the token. Mark my words. Love to hear it. When is SHIB rising? It might take a while before you see a rise. If you're looking for a quick gain, then that's not my plan with SHIB. SHIB will rise when it just buy and hold is the key. Yes, I mean that seems to be the plan. So we're at 1 hour and 45 minutes. Let me just check my emails really quick. Last year, this time I had 1 billion SHIB. I sold it when it dipped near zero for a loss. Why? Yep, buy and hold. Why would you do that? I can't wait for my AMC letter. Yeah, it'll be exciting. Let me look at the stock market to see how AMC's doing. So currently up in the pre-market. That's a great sign. You know, GME is up in the pre-market. That's also a great sign. Disney is up. ZOM is down, of course. Let's check SOS. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that is up 2%. I'll take it. I'll take it up 2%. Didn't know invested in Doge. Wait, oh, you didn't know and you invested it in Doge as Doge was moving? Yeah, ZOM is not looking good. I'll post a picture on the Discord so you guys can see. Yeah, that reminds me. If you guys want to join the Discord group, feel free to click that link in the description and join up. Join the Patreon and, you know, get all the exclusive posts that we have over on Patreon. And let's check out Twitch. I haven't checked out Twitch in a little bit. All we have is one person viewing over there. So thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Yeah, it seems like all of these like APY runners. So I want to see what you know, Wonderland will be, what the wonderful memories will be in the end, and how much I can gain out of it. So apparently I still gain an APY, but it doesn't really tell me too much of how much I'm gaining. So my next reward, I'm gaining 0.50. Wait, what? So my wrapped balance, I have 0.009655 wonderful memories or wrapped memory. And I'm still trying to figure out how much I'm gaining per day. if I'm gaining anything. I just mean gaining in the amount of wrapped balance I have. But uh, it says here that in 30 days I should have $988. So I should be back up to where I was at the current price if the price stays the same. Um, and in 365 days, which I don't have 365 days, I have about 320 days. In 320 days, I should have $178,000. So let's see if that comes true. I mean, I'm down to $577 right now. So it's not looking pretty. But we'll see what it can be. Remember, this was all a test. Going into Wonderland, it was all a test. I've decided not to post it in AMC stubs on Reddit. Those people really don't like DRS for whatever reason. You know my SHIB, I have that million X gain because the price started almost at zero. Developer put half in Uniswap and bought. Why do you keep saying this? AMC is essentially flat. AMC is pretty much flat right now. Anything plus or minus 1% is considered flat. AMC squeezing in 22. 22 minutes or 22 days or 22 months or what are we looking at? Have I mentioned DWAC lately? No, you haven't. Yeah, it's up 5%. I remember recently I was in it for a day trade at $51 and sold at like 54. But I ended up losing money as it was going up again. I ended up losing money, more money than what I made in the first instance. It just wasn't. It was like very iffy. And then a couple of days after that, it dropped down to I think like 40 or something. Yeah, I think it was pretty low, like 40 or 30, and then increased, and now we're seeing it at 86. So obviously, swing trade missed opportunity, but and especially over yesterday, seeing it up 21%, phenomenal, really really good. But not day trading right now, just because I put all of my day trading money into ZOM to lower the cost basis to see where that will go, and hopefully it goes somewhere big. Do you think Loopring will dip further? Um, I would say if the market continues in this way, then yes. But right now we're seeing it actually increase and make some moves while everything else is really falling. So I would say yes. The only reason I think that Loopring is not really dropping down is because it doesn't have as much as a of an institutional impact as others do. Because there's only 120,000 holders of something that has billions of coins, while you have other ones that have a ton of holders. All right, let's see how many holders we have of um, Dogecoin. Right, let's go into Dogecoin and see how many holders we have of Dogecoin. There's 463,000 holders of Dogecoin. Obviously, because there's less of a supply, but there's a lot of people that hold on to it, and there's, I guess, the holders are steadily increasing. I thought they would decrease after a lot of that negativity, but we are holding a lot. It's just people aren't holding. I guess on average, trying to see if on average what are they holding, but we don't really know that. Ooh, Krill or Loopring? Both. I would say what has more potential is Krill, just based on the fact that there's millions of coins rather than billions of coins. So Loopring has 1.3 or 1.6 billion, and Krill has 49 million. Um, Loopring is currently in the range of a $1 billion market cap, and Krill is in the range of a $49 billion market cap. So what has more potential? Krill. What can they both run? Yes, they both can. But what will run more? Probably Krill. Loopring has more of a backing. Like the amount of holders that are in Krill are probably low. Let me actually decrease some of these that I have up here. So the number of people that are in KRL, let's look at that. It's probably very, very low because the price is low, right? You're seeing 11,000 holders that are in Krill, right? So just looking at that, I mean, once you get the holders up and you consistently see that the holders increase, you're going to see this absolutely skyrocket. Again, there's only it's only at a $40 trillion market, or $40 million market cap, and a fully diluted market cap is $53 million. That shows so much room for growth. So I'm very bullish on something like Krill Coin, and as it goes lower, I will buy more and more. Speaking of that, I really want to buy more right now, but I don't have any free money to do so. I mean, I technically do, but I don't at the same time because we still have bills coming out and all that stuff. So a Doge holder amount is not correct because Doge is not BSC. It's not a, I think you're right. Would you rather have 5,000 ADA or 25,000 Gala or 6,000 Loopring? So out of Loopring and ADA, I would probably have more Loopring. I would rather have 6,000 Loopring than 5,000 ADA. So we can scratch ADA out of there. And I'm actually thinking of getting rid of my ADA. I understand the potential chance, but I want something that's more of a chance to grow a lot more. So I'm waiting for ADA to make a decent sized move back up to normal levels. And then we can reassess there. But I would say out of ADA and Loopring, I would rather have Loopring. But out of Loopring and Gala, let's look at Gala really quick. Let me go ahead and bring Gala up here. I think Loopring has a lot of popularity behind it, and from what I'm seeing, so does Gala. But currently at 28 cents and looking at 6.9 billion, I would have to say that Loopring has more potential. It's just the amount of circulating supply and seeing that so much is still left shows for so much dilution. It is a low price and has a potential chance to run. However, with so much potential dilution of the actual price, it's just not something that I look at as a huge positive. So currently seeing it at 1.9 billion, you're at a higher market cap than where Loopring is, I believe, or close to it. I think Loopring actually increased a little bit more. So you know what? You are looking at a higher market cap with Loopring, but you're seeing something that has a little bit more potential with Loopring than Gala does. So I would say out of all of those, LRC. Yeah, 6,000 Loopring for me. Morning, Matt. What's your opinion on what's going on with LRC besides an opportunity to add it to your portfolio? What's my opinion on what's going on with LRC? Give me the full details on everything that's going on with LRC, because I don't see anything that's gonna, make it dead to me. LRC receives a bearish rating Tuesday. It is time to jump ship, or is it time to jump ship? Loopring is getting a bearish rating from investors. Observation: the token is down. So, yeah, it can get a bearish rating, But what's crazy is a lot of people what they like to do with a lot of these articles is create a bearish rating, seeing that it is going to decrease. And then you have heavier institutions that buy into the position for something pretty big, right? And it's all based on how people react to all of this. So I don't know. I don't see it as anything that's going to kill it, and you should get out of Loopring. I always see it as a buying opportunity. And no way do I say that you should invest everything that you own into a position. You should always invest what you're willing to lose, because you never know. Something can always go against you. But I see it as something that could be bullish after this bearish rating, right? And they had that bearish rating, what's today? Wednesday? On Tuesday. And now we see it increase on Wednesday. So what does that really tell you? You know, people are getting into this thing, and they're sticking with it. Loopring is currently trading near a five-day low of $1.10. The token is 29%. It's 29.44% off of its 5-day high, and it's 6% higher than its 5-day low of $1.10. Loopring price trading near the support, with support set around $1.15. The resistance is $1.33, which it has surpassed. Plenty of space before it hitting resistance. So yeah, I don't see anything that's basically telling me that it's over, right? Bearish rating. Yeah, these analysts don't know anything. A lot of times there were analysts that gave Netflix a bearish rating. There were analysts that gave Tesla bearish ratings, right? And then they come around and give it a bullish rating when things are starting to look very, very positive, right? And that comes literally right after they gave that bearish rating. So I don't know. Rumors of it being shorted by the exchanges and hedges to pick it up cheap, for example. The delay of GME partnership. I'm 12K loops deep. I never heard that. That's funny. And I'm holding strong, adding regularly. Yeah, I don't think it's anything where we look at this as a negative. I consider this as a positive. When people start rating it a negative rating, unless it really has some seriously bad news attached to it, like, hey, the company is stealing from people and, all that stuff, even that sometimes can actually create some positive activity. It's all about how people react to it rather than what analysts are freaking saying about it. So analysts will say something and then people will react to that and maybe sell some of their position. And then what they'll do is those same analysts will get into that position at a lower point to where they save 10 cents or they save 20 cents, right? And that can be big on a position that's $1, right? So I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's something we need to take seriously there. I remember they gave the Patriots a bearish rating in the Super Bowl against in the third quarter. Of course. I mean, everybody did that. What I would do is come pick you up in my new Lambo and let you smack me around. What does that mean? You're talking to someone else. Okay. A lot of good news behind the smoke curtains. Yes. Analysts are nothing but pump and dumpers. Exactly. They feel like they have enough readers to impact the way a price is moving, and they'll get in and out of those positions based on what they physically see, and then they'll write something completely different. Every article wants SHIB to decrease in price, so then all of these institutions and hedge funds can buy a good portion of it. So then when it gets to some of these higher prices and they burn off some of these coins, they understand where this can go as a whole, right? So we're not going to be the only ones that invest in Shiba Inu. I guarantee there's businesses that are investing in Shiba Inu and businesses that are taking Shiba Inu as payment. And it may be worth less than $1 now. And it may, as you do buy $1's worth, it may be way less even in the next couple of months. But the future value of that dollar could turn $1 into $1,000 over a number of years. So you investing $1 million could turn it into 100 million or 100 billion, right? That's what they're looking to do. Similar situations happen with SHIB. Yes, exactly. When is that? At 3 o'clock today? Yeah, I'm not going to that. At 3 o'clock. There's no way. All right. Sorry for that long pause. We got 189 likes, guys. If you can get me to 200 likes, I will be very happy. I will appreciate everything you guys do. No matter what, I still appreciate you guys. But seriously, just try and get me to 200 likes. I always have my goals and I like to hit them. So we are currently at 193 now. So 195. Here we go. We're getting there. We're getting closer and closer. 196. It's going one by one. There we go. 200 likes. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. I really appreciate it. Market's open. Let's go ahead and check what's moving. If anything is moving, what's AMC doing? AMC is now down. Let's look at the chart down here. So it might be a pre-market pivot here. We might see a pre-market pivot. Definitely seeing a decrease in the movement here. It's a form of a little consolidation, so we might see some positive movement here instead of negative movement, even though we're seeing that red candlestick. How much money will I lose today? Let's find out. Overall, in the amount that you're holding. I mean, I remember my account was up to my stock account was up to $80,000. I was up 50,000 on AMC, and yeah, there we go. See, pre-market pivot. There we go. That's exactly what I saw. That's a decent sized move. A really, really decent sized move. But I would imagine they're going to try and pull this thing down once it does start to hit certain highs. It's probably going to get up to this level and they're going to start pulling it down. So $19 is where it's going to like fully resist from. Oh, broke past it. Broke past it slightly up. No, it didn't. That was a false break. Oh, it did break it either way. There we go. Now we're getting up past that $19 barrier. We have a lot of buy action that's going on here. I was up 200K on AMC and now I'm down 30K. Yeah, it sucks. It does suck. I just wish I took out more options plays and my options plays expired before that run actually happened. So I ended up losing money. Well, I didn't lose money on options. I made money on that, but I ended up losing money on further options after that. Here we go. AMC buyers are doing too much damage, so they're going to go ahead and short this thing. Great content. I'm new to stocks, the stock market. What platform is that you're showing? It's Webull. It's the Webull desktop. I don't know what it is, like 5 platform. And this is a really, really good platform. I know a lot of people have their issues with it, but I really like this platform because of the fact that everything updates dynamically. So if I put 2 charts here and have a month chart or have a 5-minute chart, I can have a 5-minute and I can have a 1-minute chart all in one sitting while updating different things. So if I update AMC, I can also change the GME and I can have everything in here update based on GME instead of changing it like you do with like Fidelity. You have to change each individual one over to whatever position you're looking at. So I really like this platform. The only reason SHIB drops is because people don't know how to sell and buy. Maybe. People, I guess that was sort of spam. Webull does not the payment for order flow, so trade on there with caution. Yeah, you should trade on there with caution, but again, it's a great platform to use, and I'll take it for especially for day trading and swing trading. I will take it and use it as much as I can because it's definitely the best platform from a viewing perspective that you can get. So we're over $19. That's good. Let's see if we can jump up to 20. Ugh. If we can find a level to increase to 20, or if they're going to find a way to pull us back. Can we see a consistent increase? Because we haven't seen a green day in quite some time. You should know better than to spam, Tyler. Here's a short read on LRC. Well, I don't think you can put anything you can't put any links in the chat unless you're a moderator. Big green candlestick. Let's go. Yes, the 5-minute candlestick, huge green candlestick. And then if you look at the 1-minute candlesticks, I mean, 2 large bodied green candlesticks shows a lot of buying power, a lot of buying strength. And what they're going to do is level this out. Let's see if we can actually see a bull flag scenario here. It's a definite setup right now, unless they fully pull this back. But it's a definite setup to see that the pole and the flag being created. So in a couple of ticks, we could see a massive jump unless it pulls all the way back to the 15 moving average. Then we start seeing that downward trend, which freaking sucks. And that's what it's looking like it's doing. It's for you, not the chat. Keep up the good content. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Put the link in the Discord so we all can see it. We'll get lost in the chat. Well, what I'm saying is that links can't show up in the chat unless you're a moderator. So I understand it's not for people, but I can't see what link you're actually showing because it's not showing as a link for me. It's just showing as text. But if you put the link in Discord or you put the link in Twitter or whatever, then you could see that movement. Oh, great. You're moving. I'm not moving. My watch is rude. Like, it's very, very rude. Here we go. Hold up. Is this it? Is this where we're actually seeing that jump? There we go. Bull flag. Let's go. Kick it up. Exactly what we were calling. Let's see if we can see that play out without any shorts busting it down. So yeah, if I wanted to draw something, let me see if I could draw something. I forget how to draw now. Draw a line. Control line. No, I can't. I don't know why my things aren't working. You see that right there? You're creating that. And then you draw a rectangle. So control rectangle. Draw a rectangle with that. Oh, that's not it. What is that? I don't know what's going on here. But it's not letting me do the things that I want to do. But seeing that flag that's created right there, and then let's select this here. And then all of a sudden, boom, you see that run up again. All right. So simple. Sometimes it's simple. Sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it's not. There we go. Let's see if we can break to 20. That would be great. Look at AMC Fly. Did I buy that option? I don't know. Did you? Thanks for your sacrifice, Apple. I don't think it's flying, but we're definitely seeing a little bit of an increase here. And now we're going to see that pullback. Here we go. Look, they're ready to short it. They're like, this is enough. This is enough. I mean, you always need some sort of negative activity, especially to bring you down to a level of reasonableness. But yeah, what they do is they do a little bit extra. They short this thing a little bit extra because that's what they do. It's not any real reason. It's just because that's what they do. I'm glad I sold that Disney call option for 150. I sold that call option up at a level of 160 or so. And I think I made, I can't remember how much I made. It was like $200. The break even was like 158. Break even was 158, which is crazy because it was a $150 call option. It was just the price that I ended up buying at, that call option at, was like somewhere around 154. So in between those levels. Bro, I'm a subscriber. Thanks. Well, thank you for subscribing, but you can't spam things. I understand sending texts, but send one message. Send one message, don't spam. Like, I understand you're a subscriber and I appreciate you subscribing, but if you are going to spam and take up a lot of other people's comment space, then we will block you, and I'm 100% okay with blocking you. I didn't block you. We had a moderator do it, but I was 100% okay with blocking you because of how much you were actually sending in a message. So just relax on the amount that you send, and just get an answer before you send another message. Don't keep sending a ton of things. First 15 minutes is always day trading. Hate to say, but it's going to go 70 plus on the RSI and then come tumbling back down. It went, yeah, that's usually what happens. I always look at, I wouldn't say it's always just day trading. A lot of times it's especially with AMC, it's a massive pump, and where you can see a decent day trade out of it. But the pullback is usually the short position. Sometimes you'll see it hold those levels, but with a position like AMC and GME, both of them usually end up getting pulled back because the shorting that goes on. I'm down 50% on my grow generation position. Jeebus. That's the first. I'll stick with the Shiba Kings, not you. Well, okay. Thanks. If you want to, I don't know if you're talking to me there, but again, it's okay. If you want to unsubscribe, feel free to do so. Because you're obviously not providing a ton of value to everybody here. You're just interrupting the normal conversation, and it bothers the hell out of me. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I wanted to go the first like 15 minutes or so. I have some work to do. I have a couple of emails to answer and all that stuff. But no, yeah, it's good. I appreciate it. Don't just time him out. Just completely get him out of here. I don't care if he unsubscribes. It's just too much. You shouldn't be interrupting the chat from everybody else. So yeah, that's extremely unnecessary. Thanks, Matt. Yeah. No problem. So yeah, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're not really seeing the best movement from AMC right now. It's now decreasing down to the 200 EMA. Remember, the 200 EMA is always a significant line, but Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I really appreciate everybody for being here and watching throughout the whole live. 2 hours and 18 minutes is what we did end up going. And it was a good live stream. So again, hit the like button. Check out some of my links down below. If you guys want to watch the burn video, feel free to watch the burn video. I will bring it up on the screen one more time for you guys. This is the burn video here. Basically burning, it has the thumbnail, 1,000 views equal $10 that you're burning. This video will burn Shiba Inu monthly and all that stuff. Feel free to check it out. Share it with everybody that you can, and we'll see what this thing can burn off, and just go from there. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here and